Jalen, good to see you, man.
Yes, dude. It's so good to see you, man.
We can finally talk about this.
I know, dude. How are you doing, man? I haven't seen you in like 2 years.
It's
Oh my
been a
goodness.
bit, man. I've
Yeah.
been well, and I'm so happy we're able to talk about this. Congratulations, you're so good in this as
Thank
Tucker,
you,
man.
man.
Congratulations.
I
I
appreciate
feel like we should say Chef Tucker, right?
it. Absolutely. That's the only way.
You know, it's interesting, right? Like when we talked about like, Thanksgiving in the pit, we did that whole kind of like script to screen journey, but now we're going to talk about like that book script screen journey, right? Like what was
Yeah.
that like for you specifically with
Oh,
this?
it's interesting. I mean, you have it's especially with the fandom and everything, if people have so much care for these characters. So there's this pressure of, doing it justice, encapsulating the heart correctly. And I'm an avid reader as well. So like I hold characters that are going from my favorite books to screen very close to my heart. So it's like responsibility and a pressure, and that's all a privilege to be able to have as an actor. It's what you those type of roles is the ones that you want, regardless of how emotional or anything it is. It's something that you strive for. Yeah.
What was it like kind of balancing in terms of storylines, like a lot of kind of the sports, the hockey, with a lot of the kind of self-reflection and a lot of the kind of slice of life component in off campus? Like, was it a different kind of mindset for each, for those scenes specifically, or was it all kind of one big storytelling hat?
It was kind of like because of the ensemble and because of how all like we're so close and everything, it just felt like one big bubble,
Yeah.
So everything felt attainable, especially with the boys because we're literally boys in real life, like we have a brotherhood going on and stuff,
Mhm.
and everything was easily very tangible. Yeah.
Absolutely. So here's the thing too, right? Like very amazing, incredible books, the off-campus series, and then this is the Prime Video TV series, right?
Mhm.
And Tucker's in both. There's going to be some similarities, there's going to be some differences. What was something specifically with Tucker in the series that you really kind of enjoyed? And what was that like, that kind of back and forth with the books?
So, in the series, Tucker being the youngest one is something that I connected to in a sense of being an athlete growing up, being the youngest and on all teams I played on competitively for sports. And so it was fun to find that balance of his old soul that's becoming in the show and how he's an old soul in the books and everything. And so on the TV show, he's this younger, youthful guy. There's a sense of becoming that he's on track to do. So it's this slow burn of becoming the Tucker that everybody knows. So that's something I'm really, really excited for. It's a fun journey. So yeah.
Absolutely. I did say like the chef Tucker, there are some scenes where there's some kind of food and some dinners and everything. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't wait for people to see that. Those are some
The
funny stuff.
turkey, play hockey with the turkey
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
everything.
What was that like? Because a lot of those scenes is when everyone's together, right? Like sometimes
Yeah.
you don't always have a lot of those scenes, right? Like,
Sure, yeah.
yeah.
It was the turkey making the turkey, blowing exploding the turkey, playing hockey with the turkey. I think it was about like 12 of us that were there.
Mhm.
And it was the funnest time. I mean, everybody from the top down on this cast, whether it was actors from Vancouver or actors that were being flown in from the States, everybody was just so friendly, so fun to work with, so cooperative. So the Thanksgiving sequences was just like the easiest day on set, especially coming from the pit when things are super stressful, is to be like on the show where it was just so relaxing, so fun, be able to explore and just make people laugh and do goofy, silly things. So it was lovely.
You know why I'm smiling right now? Very fitting, right? Thanksgiving. I'm just saying.
I know. Isn't that
You
funny?
know this. One of my favorite movies.
How crazy is that? And it's funny because one of my lines, dude, is you can't have Thanksgiving without leftovers. That's crazy. It's literally the tag for Thanksgiving.
That's like you know where it is. Like like shout out to Gabriel Tommaso. I love that movie.
Shout out Gabriel and Tommaso, man.
Official, it's so great. I did want to kind of go back to playing an athlete because also in Thanksgiving like you do play an athlete. I just
Yeah.
realized. So like what is that like playing someone who is like there is that kind of the routine, right, and the discipline of being an athlete, but also like the self-reflection, figuring things out, like finding
Yeah.
themselves. What's that like preparing for that specifically with like something like off campus?
Off campus specifically was having a sport. I think I always say to myself, it's kind of Andrew Garfield said having an accent is something that you can tangibly have to adjust a character. Learning a sport of what your character does is kind of a thing to really like measure your character's personality in a sense of like what they're actually physically doing and learning it like alongside your character is really nice. So the reflection of all that is you get a really close look into what's it called? Like, hockey's a hard sport. It's very difficult. So understanding what they're good at helps you understand, you know, things that they're actually struggling with, relationships in other parts of their life,
Mhm.
of that balance. It just
Yeah.
gives you a way to attach to this character that you probably wouldn't have had if they weren't playing a sport. So
And last question, super quick. I mean, just in general, there's different ways we watch things. There's different kind of, we watch things like on our phones, we watch things on Prime Video and everything. Like, it's interesting to think of like the different ways and like how people watch things. Do you think as a storyteller you're thinking about the audience a lot more now, also with the pit, right? Like global
yeah,
and everything. Like, it's interesting to think about the audience
yeah,
these days, right? Maybe not
I,
on set, but like just in
for
general.
sure. I mean, there's so many different venues now to broadcast the medium, and I
Mhm.
think while you're acting and you're working, in my mind, it's like kind of the last thing that I'm thinking
Yeah.
about. But it's just so fascinating now. There's so many different avenues for art to be out there, especially on this medium. But I think it's kind of a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
But it's just also a different skill to use because it is different types of acting for different types of mediums and stuff. So.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's
Absolutely.
especially the binginess of everything now. Like
Mhm.
it's all the way through, or 2 episodes at a time, 3 episodes at a time, depends.
Hmm.
You know,
Absolutely. Well, I can't wait for people to see Off Campus season one on
soon.
Prime Video. I'm so crazy that's finally coming out. Good to see you again,
Yeah,
man. Thank you so much.
it's
Congrats on everything.
dude.
Seriously.
Congrats to you, man. Congrats on your movie and everything, dude.
I really appreciate that. Thank you,
Dude,
man.
of course, man. It's
Absolutely.
amazing. It's so good to see you, man.
Good to see you too. Thanks, man.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.